Hey, what's up guys? Rob here. Welcome back to another horror collection video, basically where I take a horror series and talk about every single film within that series. And today, we are going to talk about the Paranormal Activity films. Currently, there are 6 films in the series. And a lot of people will say that this is an overrated franchise. And I will say that it used to be. I don't think this is an overrated franchise anymore, because hardly anybody talks about this franchise. I think it's died down enough to where people are forgetting about it. Now, at the time, this movie was very, I want to say very hot. Then they started coming out with sequel after sequel after sequel. And yes, I would say at that time it was definitely overrated, just like the Saw films. But anyway, when it comes to the Paranormal Activity films, I like the first one. And the reason why is because I thought it was unique. A lot of the haunting stuff that happens, you know, in the house and having the camera set up is something that, you know, I wouldn't say I experienced it when I was younger, but paranormal stuff, I've experienced some things and that are unexplained, and whenever I try to tell somebody that, it's like somebody who hasn't experienced it, I don't blame them for not believing me because they haven't experienced it. So when I watch this film, there are just certain things that happen that I'm just like, man, like I can totally kind of relate. Like nothing with demon stuff, but it's just some of the stuff that happens with the door moving, and you know, things like that. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. This movie actually has 3 endings. 3. And I actually like all 3 of them. But this is the 2-disc digital copy edition. Yeah, and this movie was released in limited theaters. Like you could not even really watch this anywhere unless it was playing close to you. And then it just blew up. This movie blew up. I don't consider it one of the scariest films. I just think it's pretty cool. And I know a lot of people hate it, but I wouldn't say that this is overrated at all. At the time, you know, maybe, like I said, but I thought it was pretty well done for what they did. So, and that comes to another point. I think they should have just left it alone. Of course, any franchise that makes, or any movie that makes money, they're going to have a sequel come right out after it. So, I kind of thought this should have been its own film, but here we have Paranormal Activity 2, and this is where the fun begins, because I feel that this was a blatant copy of the first movie, but they just tried to add more cameras and add a dog in the mix and a baby, and basically say, okay, now we're going to change it up like that. Basically takes, you know, it takes place, this is actually a prequel and a sequel. More of a prequel though, because it happens before the events of the first movie with Katie Featherston's sister, Christy. And you find out why the demon is at Katie's house. In this movie, you find out. So I guess there is a little bit of story arc, and that's fine, but they didn't really do anything different in this movie. I actually found this movie to be quite boring at times. Katie likes to break necks, that's all I'm going to say. Then we have Paranormal Activity 3, which actually takes place in the 80s. I thought this movie tried. I do like how they showed a lot of the 80s equipment, like the old camcorder, VHS camcorders and stuff that I used to have, and my dad used to have, that really brought back memories, and that was kind of cool. But this takes place, you know, where Katie and Christy are little girls, and they tell the story in the first movie. Katie tells a story about how when they were children that they saw this dark figure, and that's basically what it is here. The kids see a dark figure and stuff starts to happen, just like the other movies. They set a camera up, they start seeing weird stuff. I will say that this one, I say this movie was more creative than this one. Or not this one, I'm sorry, this one. The third one I thought was better than 2, but that's not saying much. Then we got this one, Paranormal Activity 4, which was a complete waste of my time. This movie was laughably bad. It sucked. It sucked. It's definitely a sequel. You get to see what happened to Katie Featherston after she disappeared with the baby. But she's not even in it that much, and when she's in it, it just doesn't make sense. It's like she's still possessed and she's still breaking necks and shit. It's just, I don't know. This movie was just terrible. It was boring. I found it more funny because I thought the guy, the boyfriend, I think his name's Ben, I thought he was funny in this movie. But that's pretty much it. Then we have Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, which was kind of like a spin-off. It does connect with the other film, or at least the first one. It does connect in a way, but it's kind of its own movie. And that doesn't happen until like the third act. But yeah, it's kind of its own film. Again, this is a creative try. I think they tried to be different, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that, but it's still... I just don't think this one is very good. I think it's okay at best. Like I said, I give it I give it credit for trying. So then we have Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension. In this one, it's hard to. In this one, you actually get to see the demon in a certain camera lens. You get to see the demon actually down the hallway and stuff like that. So it's like, let's try something different. Every time we can't see the demon, now let's actually show the demon. It's like, just like Blair Witch. Oh, let's show the witch. They think that that's just going to solve everything, and just, it's more terrifying. Right here, I love how it says, with terrifying new footage not seen in theaters. Really? There's nothing terrifying. This movie boggles my mind. There's so many unanswered questions. There's like portals, and it kind of sickens me, honestly. This movie was just not very good. The family moves into Katie and Christy's former house, and they discover the video camera that reveals the presence of the demon, like I said. And you look through this camera and you get to see the demon. It's just, I don't know. I think it was just kind of crappy. But yeah, Paranormal Activity, it's just, the series, it went too far. That's the thing. These movies, they tried to be as creative as the first one, and I think the first one is creative, but the thing is, they should have just left it alone. They should have just had the first movie, and that's it. That's my opinion. I enjoy the first movie, but the other ones, some of them are nice tries. But anyway, guys, what do you think of the Paranormal Activity films? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for more horror collection videos. I have a lot on my channel. If you haven't seen any of them, definitely check them out. As always, thanks for watching. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.